Hi guys, welcome to Sports Psychology Screencast on leadership. That'll be our new topic. Basically, key focus of tonight's screencast is that just before we go on to something called Chiludderized Multidimensional Model of Leadership, which I'm really expecting as a kind of exam topic this summer. Just before we do that, there's certain words that are going to be used within that model that I thought it's important I take you through first. So basically what you have here is you need to know the characteristics of leaders. Now when you're talking about the characteristics of leaders, basically there are three styles or three characteristics. First one is autocratic. Now we've kind of mentioned this before. Autocratic is based around a leader being task orientated and they make all the decisions. It can also be described as dictatorial. Okay, so you look back and think some people are very strict. They just want to get the task done. They tell you exactly how they want it done, and they do not let you make any decisions. The opposite to autocratic is democratic. Rather than being task orientated, the leader is more personable and social orientated. They're happy to delegate responsibility to other people, and they're very interested in developing interpersonal relationships with the team. Okay, the third style is laissez-faire. Now, laissez-faire basically means that the group make decisions. Now, this can often lead to dysfunctional behaviour. So, for example, group make decisions sometimes, and sometimes the leader might say for the group to make decisions, but more often than not, the laissez-faire approach tends to come to the fore as a result of a group deciding they're just not listening to the manager and they're doing their own thing. And this can lead to real dysfunctional group behaviour because they just do what they want, and it can cause kind of fractions within team environments and balanced, active, healthy lifestyle. So they're your kind of leadership things. So I'm just going to get rid of this now and go on to the model you have to do for tomorrow. Okay, so 2 seconds. Okay, so onto here then. Basically what you've got, key focus. We're looking at a model, okay, and it's quite complicated. What I knew and what we'll try to embed for tomorrow, what I 100% need from you is to understand that basically I'm going to go through this on here. You have this model called a multidimensional model of leadership. It's multidimensional because there are different relationships that take place before group of performance and satisfaction is taken into a place. What we have then, antecedents is another word for causes, and that's this column here. Leader behaviours, obviously, are the thing that these causes lead the leader to do. And these boxes, if you see where there's an arrow, don't worry about these arrows, don't worry about this arrow or that arrow, we're going to forget those. The only arrows we're concerned with is that one cause or an antecedent here, we need to be able to give the point, we need to be able to explain what the point is using a key phrase, which is in green down here, and then we have to give an example, and then we have to say how each antecedent or each cause leads to a certain type of leader behaviour. Again, point, which is this bit here, then we have to have an explanatory phrase, then we need an example. Now, tomorrow's lesson will be based around looking at kind of how analysing the model. Tonight's screencast is simply about you getting writing down or drawing the model and having an annotated version of it, or you can do it like you've got here. So what we have then, first up, first antecedent, situational characteristics. So in order for leadership to take place, in order for the leader of a group to be kind of effective or ineffective, I suppose, you need the following things. This is the first one, situational characteristics. So situational characteristics, the translation of that are basically the environmental circumstances the team and the leader find themselves in. E.g., and I'll put an example here, it could be that the situation is a dangerous rock climbing activity. So what happens then, if you're in the environmental circumstances, the situational characteristics of the environmental circumstances was a dangerous rock climbing, that will massively influence the required behaviour of the leader. Okay, and required behaviour is the most suitable behaviour for that situation. So, for that particular situation, if you have a group, we're going to say a group of year 7 children who are going on their first ever rock climbing expedition, okay, that would require autocratic leadership because of the safety issues. Okay, so basically it increases the trust between the group and the leader because the group are year 7, they'll probably be pretty scared, they're on a rock climbing expedition for the first time, there's bad weather. Okay, so what we need to look at is this bit here because they trust the leader and also it's safe. Next thing, we have to go down and look at the next bit, leader characteristics. Okay, so leader characteristics refer to the personality, age, experience of the leader. Now, the personality, age, and experience of the leader will directly link to the actual behaviour that the leader shows. Okay, so an experienced leader, okay, might decide that he needs to, because they're experienced and because they're older, for example, they're a teacher or they're a rock climbing instructor, they think that due to the fact they know, again, because of their age and experience and because of what we've talked about earlier, the situational characteristics, they basically, the actual behaviour is what the leader decides to do. So, autocratic leadership, again, increases participation because the response, it's responsible, and also it focuses on safety. So, final combination we've got to make is member characteristics. So member characteristics refer to the age, experience of the group. Okay, now basically a group, this will directly impact upon the preferred behaviour of the group. So if, for example, like we've said here, alright, so we've got member characteristics, age, e.g. inexperienced primary school children, if we go below year 7, if we, yeah, we'll call it primary school, not year 7. This directly impacts preferred behaviour. So this the preferred behaviour is what is favoured by the group. Okay, so e.g. autocratic behaviour, autocratic leadership style is preferred by the group because they feel safe, and it kind of wins the hearts and minds of the group because they feel safe. So you imagine member characteristics, they're the young, inexperienced kind of primary school students. And they're in a situation where you've got, I don't know, real dangerous, the weather's bad, you're on the edge of a kind of rock face. They will prefer autocratic behaviour there because they're being told what to do, so they feel safe. Okay, because they feel safe, like that kind of, basically the leader has kind of won the hearts and minds out of the group, which makes them feel real safe. It's a little bit cheesy, but it's something you need to have in there. Now what will happen, what we'll look at tomorrow, is that basically these three leader behaviours, the way they combine will dictate how we analyse the model. I don't think it's for today, and we'll go on and look at how it can lead to an increase in performance, increase in satisfaction. What I need from you tonight is I need this diagram done. We're going to use, the example's going to be primary school rock climbing group, okay, that's what we're going to use. I need you to be able to have a good go at every time there is a box. Remember, this box links with this box. That'll be our first paragraph as it is here. This box links with this box. That'll be our second paragraph. This box links with this box. This will be our third paragraph. So what I'm really focusing, what I really need from you, point, which is the thing in the box. You might get that in the exam question. But then you have to be able to explain using the green phrase. I've tried to kind of keep the explanation translations very brief, but they're absolutely so important. I'm not saying any other words, just these. I'm not trying to confuse you. That's what you need. So for that, you need that, and you need this e.g. Okay, then go through each one. To your job, I would suggest drawing the model. I would suggest annotating it, or doing it like you've got here. So you need a point, which is this, explain, example. That's what I need from you. Okay, so you really need to focus on this. I promise you, having flipped this and done it earlier before the lesson, if you can just get this model with an explanation phrase and an example next to it linked to rock climbing for primary school children, you will find that tomorrow's lesson, although it'll feel horrible now, it will really come to the fore tomorrow, and we can embed it for the first 25-30 minutes, and then we can start to have a look at how this might be put into a 20-mark question. Okay, thank you very much. Call down notes, please, and make sure you have questions that have, massively important, okay, which part of the leader model refers to environmental circumstances. You know, you must make sure you have good questions to align your key topic points for the Childhorized Multidimensional Model of Leadership. Thank you very much.